Welcome back to another StarCraft 2 weekend. This is Dan from the AMG channel, and we are going to be continuing our StarCraft 2. This is, of course, the continuation of the Battle.net Championship of 2012, one of the largest winning pots to win in this championship, of course, sponsored by Blizzard themselves. We do have CreatorPrime on the bottom left of Cloud Kingdom, and on the top right we do have STPartinG again as the Protoss. This is a P versus P, so we should pretty much expect to see what happened. In the previous game, of course, the CreatorPrime did take the winning lead, but at a very aggressive start. So this is going to be really interesting to see what's going to be happening in this fifth game between these two top Protoss players. Let us speed up the game just a bit, as nothing really much happens in the first few minutes, as everybody's going to be going for that gateway, followed by the cybernetics core, the usual build-up, and STPartinG going with the same build-up, including that simulator again. So as you do see, it is pretty much synced up for the actual production tab, nothing really much happening. So the question is, will CreatorPrime be going for another 4 gateway push, really one base 4 gateway push, or will it be going for the Forge Vast Expand and be pushing out with maybe a little bit of tech and a unit production to back that up? But time will tell, though. This time he is chrono boosting, of course, the gateway research, and we do have that one stalker streaming across the map, while STPartinG again is going for those double gateways, and that's pretty much it so far. We do have pylons coming online and 1 sentry, and we do have the robotics bay coming for CreatorPrime, so we might have a little bit of early on observer, or maybe a couple of immortals again, to see how that is actually going to be playing out. Of course, we do have those 2 sentries on the top of the ramp to place down those force fields to keep any maybe forward aggression coming in. As you see, these stalkers are coming. They won't be getting far, as but they didn't even push out. STPartinG just checking if he did go for that second base, and he did see that the second base isn't there, so he's probably a little bit worried. We might see more unit production in the robotics facility again, routed all the way there. So we're going to have an observer coming in play, an observer here again. So both players pretty much building those observers. Of course, CreatorPrime is finishing with his first observer nice and early on, as he did build that robotics bay substantially early on, followed by, of course, that first immortal. So we do have more warpins, as of course, since STPartinG did scout out that initial, you can say, base, and he did see that there isn't a second nexus on, so he does presume that he might be being a little bit aggressive, though. So STPartinG maybe a little bit cautious. He might be having a little more units on that production tab, though. So finally, that immortal again coming down for STPartinG. We do have 4 sentries in comparison to our 2 sentries here with that 1 immortal. So he is really being very cautious. He is trying to keep this frontal ramp blocked off in case anything does happen, though. He isn't still sure, but he presumes that there might be a little more aggression if that scout out does happen, which is very soon. I think this is the observer. Yeah, observer coming down with that sentry, of course, on that Xel'Naga tower. So he will see in case any aggression is coming, of course. That's why he isn't really producing a lot of these units so far as of yet, as he does have that sentry on the frontal Xel'Naga tower. I don't know why this observer is going around, why he doesn't go directly in to the actual base itself. Here comes that small little push, though. He will see that coming, of course. He does see that coming on the actual Xel'Naga tower. Of course, he's going to be retreating to the safety of his sentries and the immortals. They're going to be grouping up, and this pretty much should be it. And he should be pretty much scouting out everything of CreatorPrime's base, so he does pretty know what is happening. CreatorPrime smartly knows that he's been scouted out, and he does retreat, as STPartinG is pretty much preparing to block off this push. He still doesn't know if he did go for it or not, so he is having a little bit of dilemma. He doesn't know exactly what to do, if he should wait or not, but he does know that CreatorPrime did retreat, so he probably will be sending out 1 unit just to scout out to see what happened with that aggressive push by CreatorPrime. We do have the robotics, where is it? Here we do have the robotics bay online. The robotics, of course, facility is still producing that first Colossus observer nicely tucked away in the front. I can't even see it. There it is on the high ground. He did spot out that observer. Of course, he's going to be trying to take it out with these stalkers, though. So taking out this observer, of course, is key, because this observer does prevent any sort of you can say additional scouting out for, or key scouting out for STPartinG, and he will know when that push is coming. But here we do have a little bit of War Prison Harass coming down with those 2 immortals. Very effective. Maybe a Ninja Nexus being happening here is going to be dropped off here. A question is, will it be dropped off there, or will it pylon? Maybe not. I think it might be going all the way from behind and dropping off hidden pylons. Yeah, we do have that hidden pylon, so CreatorPrime expecting to start a little bit off aggression, but it seems that STPartinG will be leading the aggressive lead by starting off his harasses here with a double immortal drop, which is very effective in terms of keeping these done. Of course, CreatorPrime did spot that out. He is dropping off a couple of his units and sending off the rest. The War Prison pretty much does drop off these immortals down on the production tab, and he is dropping off these probes very effectively, though. Even though that pylon is here, he's pretty much trying to keep in touch and try to even like take care of this actual aggression coming down by STPartinG. He did move over his own force fields, of course. Force fields cancelled out. So a little bit of missed micro by CreatorPrime. He's a little bit nervous, a little bit caught off guard. He didn't expect that STPartinG would be the first one to start off his actual aggression, though. I don't know why the War Prison is going all the way back, though. He could have a regroup, though, but he probably knows that push is coming, so he maybe wants to get those double immortals back there. Will he actually spot this pylon or not? No, he doesn't spot the pylon, unfortunately. Those two immortals would be very, very good to have in play. Now, he is moving all the way back again. I think he might have did that maneuver to ditch any observer in case there was an observer following him. But, of course, more warpins happening here. A lot of sentries there. And CreatorPrime is taking out this destructive delivery before he pushes out. It would be now a very good time to push forward and take as much damage as possible before more warpins happening. But so far, CreatorPrime is really on the aggressive end. He's warping in a lot of zealots and a lot of stalkers. He does have a supply drop now, but doesn't really matter. I don't see that STPartinG will be able to prevent this push from happening. Really, these sentries are very key to prevent these zealots from charging forward. He has a lot of zealots, and these zealots are pretty much going to be taking it out. He needs to drop those two immortals. Those two immortals are going to be key. I don't know why he still has them. Finally, he drops them on the high ground. Very nice. Force field should be coming down, though. A little bit too late, though. A lot of these zealots did manage to get to the front of the line. Again, a little bit of missed micro by STPartinG. He has those double immortals that will prove really good cover fire, though. A couple of probes could be pulled off the line to prevent more, you could say, collateral damage and prevent that main attack coming down on the actual main line, though. But so far it is equal in terms of both players. CreatorPrime, of course, now having the upper hand, having more stalkers being warped in, and that's pretty much it. I do believe the game is now going on to CreatorPrime. A couple of force fields, not very effective, though. They do just manage to go around, and we do have three, of course, Colossi going to be moving down and taking care of this. So that War Prison, of course, being very effective in terms of providing a little bit of backup and, of course, support. But finally, STPartinG did manage to push out CreatorPrime's aggression, and he is going to be retreating just a little bit, though. We have the one upgrades coming for STPartinG, which will be very key, while CreatorPrime has no upgrades, not even starting the upgrades at all. So if he's going to be on the aggressive end now, it's going to be very, very good. He really needs to get some damage down and take care of the damage, of course, taking out the pylon, as he knows that there is a pylon in terms of the warpins. Of course, the probes are going to be pretty much chrono boosted, I do presume, so he needs to get a lot more probes back in the actual production, though. CreatorPrime still going on probes, while STPartinG now stopped probe production completely and is going just for aggression. So we do have 6 gateways, 3 of them are in production, and now he's going to be countering acting to do a little bit of damage of his own. And of course, CreatorPrime knows that this is coming, though. Once he drops this Colossi, I do believe that the upper hand should be his. The War Prison providing very key backup here, and these zealots are going to be moving in, of course, very aggressively, and very nice kiting by CreatorPrime. These zealots should pretty much drop with 4 Colossi, and CreatorPrime calls it a well-played game. Unfortunately, of course, he did lose this game, and this is pretty much it for the actual 5th game, and I hope you guys join me for the last and final game for the Battle.net Championship of 2012. So as always, happy gaming. See you guys in Game 6. Bye.